Hello, welcome everyone. Today we are going to do chutney, dal chutney. Uh, it's very easy and it's very healthy also. When you catch cold or something, when you ate heavy previous day, all sorts of foods, and your stomach is upset little bit. In that time, you can prepare this chutney with the tamarind water, that is rasam, and it goes well with rice. So let's see the ingredients and start the process. I have took quarter cup of Bengal gram dal, or and quarter cup of tur dal, yellow lentils, equal proportion, and dry red chilies. I have took 5 of dry red chilies. You can adjust according to your taste, and little bit of black pepper. So let's start the process. These are the basic ingredients you need, nothing more special. So let's start the process. So place a skillet or pan, add little bit of oil, any oil, and fry these red chilies. You can smell the chili flavor. Until then you have to fry. A simple tip is, until it buffs up, remove that. The flame should be in low. Now I'm going to add the lentils and black pepper. Since we are adding red chilies, black pepper you need a little bit, it's enough. Otherwise you can skip any of these. I prefer black pepper because it's good for cold and all. You can skip the red chilies. If you are skipping red chilies, you have to add more black pepper. About a quarter teaspoon of black pepper. Fry it until the lentils color changes or the dal color changes. So let's fry until the dal is golden brown. So you can see the dal is little bit changing the color. It's getting roasted. Let's roast it for another couple of minutes. In this you have to add asafoetida. It also helps in the digestion process. About a teaspoon. Now we have to grind all these ingredients in the mixer jar or a food processor. Let it cool down. Let the dal gets cool down and we can process in the processor. The dal is cooled up and I have replaced that in the mixer jar. I have added all the ingredients in this. And now I am going to add little bit of salt and grind it into coarse powder first. Salt according to your taste. Just first make it into a coarse powder. Now add water little by little. Grind it into a smooth paste. Meantime, to prepare the pepper water, I have taken less than of quarters cup of tur dal, yellow lentils, 5 to 6 garlic cloves, garlic pods, and a teaspoon of black pepper, everything in this. And now I am going to soak it in the hot water. Let it be. The chutney is ready. See, in a smooth paste. It must be in this thick consistency, only then the taste will be good. And guys, don't hesitate to use your hands. I never hesitate to use my hands. And your chutney is ready. Let me taste whether the salt is good in this. Enough. It's really spicy. If you want, you can reduce the red chilies or black pepper measure. It's really good. I can feel little bit of coarse powder in this while I chew in my mouth. It's okay. If you don't like that coarse roughness, you can blend it till smooth until you need the consistency to be smooth. For me, this is okay. And with this, I am going to show you how to prepare the pepper water. I mean rasam. Okay guys, so let's start the process. Okay guys, Let's start. The hint is, if you press the dal like this, it has to cut into two. That is the consistency that it has been soaked well. Now we have to grind all these in the mixer jar and make it into a fine paste. So let me grind it and come back. Okay, I have grinded it into a smooth paste. Now let's heat the skillet. In my house, my parents and my grandparents used to do seasoning, tampering with the help of ghee for these type of dishes, for rasam or pepper water, whatever it is. So I'm going to add ghee to this, a small teaspoon of ghee, just for tampering. A teaspoon of ghee or clarified butter. I will clean this later. For tampering you need mustard seeds, cumin seeds, let the ghee melt. Meantime, you can arrange for tampering. A teaspoon of mustard seeds, a teaspoon of cumin seeds. If you add more cumin seeds, that's most welcome. One red chilli, dry red chilli. Curry leaves. So the ghee has melted. I'm going to tamper everything. Add everything into this. Meantime, I have taken 2.5 teaspoons of tamarind paste. I am dissolving that in half a cup of water. You can add more water later. Wow, nice rhyming. Increase the flame to medium heat. Just dissolve the tamarind paste. If you don't use tamarind paste, you can use the regular tamarind also. So I'm going to add this tamarind water here. There are so many varieties in preparing rasam or pepper water. There is lentil rasam, that is parpu rasam, tomato rasam, lemon rasam, pudina rasam. There are so many varieties out there. In my home, when I was not even born, my grandmother and great grandmother, they used to cook this rasam in a special kind of utensil, where inside portion of the utensil will be polished with lead, so that the special taste will be there in the rasam. And they used to say no need to reheat the rasam again, because it is already cooked in the lead utensil. So a certain proportion of lead beyond the limit is not good for our health, and it is not advisable. So nowadays you can't see that utensil at all. So they used to, it will be like a pot type of something, uh, in the pot shape, and they used to cook it directly on the flame. They used to place the lead utensil on the stove and do tampering at the last, but they used to cook the rasam, this pepper water, rasam powder, adding all the dry spices like rasam powder, salt, turmeric powder. If you want to prepare a jeera black pepper rasam, they will grind powder that in a mortar and pestle, with the help of mortar and pestle. They used to crush it in that mortar and pestle, cumin seeds and black pepper, and they add that in this tamarind water. So that would be a different taste. So nowadays I can't see that utensil. After I was born, I cannot see the utensil. It's very rare, very rare. You can see those who are very orthodox. You can see that vessel in their house. So once they cook rasam in that utensil, if they have to eat that in the night, they will just heat it. Just we do it in the microwave. They just heat it. They won't boil it again second time in that utensil, because all the pepper water has absorbed the lead. Whatever lead is necessary in that proportion, it will be absorbed in that food. So they won't boil it again in the lead vessel. So they will just reheat it. That's it. Just as we do nowadays in microwave oven, they just reheat it, that rasam, during night hours. That is, I am telling, when there is no electricity, they used to have that petromox or bedroom lights. That time they used to do prepare vessels in mud utensils, right? Mud pots and mud utensils. At that time, I am saying, and in early 80s also they were using that. I was not born at that time. So this tamarind water is boiling. You can see it's boiling. Now I am going to add turmeric powder, rasam powder. Some will be wondering what is rasam powder. It's same like sambar powder, garam masala, like that. It's one of the spices. Rasam powder, which is available, ready-made available in all the Indian grocery stores. So you can get it from there. Rasam powder, turmeric powder, ground coriander powder, that will enhance the taste a little bit, and little bit of asafoetida. And finally, adding all those things, I will add the grinded paste, where we already grinded garlic, black pepper, tur dal, everything, just to give the thickness. because since this rasam is watery compared to sambar or dal, so to give the little bit of light thickness we will be adding that. If you don't want to add tur dal or yellow lentils in that, well and good, just grind black pepper, garlic, and add cumin seeds in that. That will be good. So I'm going to add the spices. I added turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons of rasam powder, 2.5 I am adding. This rasam powder itself contains that what to say, coriander powder, everything, all the spices are mixed and it is grinded. So if you want, you can add extra coriander powder, grounded coriander powder, otherwise no need. See, immediately the water gets thickened. Now I am going to add 1 coffee mug of water in this. Water. I think I need to add more. I am going to add another half cup of water. There you go. So at this time you should not keep your flame in the high. It should be very low, and you can, after some time, you can see the froth forming in the corners or in the center. Don't boil it, as you have already boiled the turmeric water, tamarind water. Now no need to boil again. It's just you have to see the froth gathering, forming in the corner or in the center, wherever it is. So let's wait up till the froth begins to gather here. We'll come back. See, you can see lightly the froth is coming here. You can see the center is plain. Can you see the light changes in the liquid? Let's wait a couple of minutes. Then we will add that grinded paste, and at the last a bunch of coriander leaves, chopped coriander leaves. That is the main thing needed in rasam, that is this pepper water. What do you guys do when you catch of a cold, normal common cold? What do you people do? What your mother will suggest? Please share your experiences in the comment section. I am little bit turning the flame high to medium high. How was your day today? Here it's very cloudy and chill weather. Anybody of you have seen the northern lights? I saw in the news that in some parts of Canada, USA, Scotland, they have witnessed the northern lights. It would be amazing, right? I wish I could see that. See, now it's getting thicker. Can you see that? Now at this stage, I am going to add the grinded paste. be careful for the beginners, those who use the mixer jar, since if you are absent minded, you can cut your fingers in the blade. Even now, I used to cut my fingers, they are very sharp. So some leftover is there. I am going to pour water in this. Instead of cutting my finger, it's better to do like this and add it. Done. Now mix it well. I can smell the garlic. We have to add salt. Till now I hadn't added the salt here. See to that the paste is completely dissolved in this, otherwise it may form lumps. In my language, they used to say this as arachivita rasam, which means rasam is the name of the dish. Arachivita means grinded in paste. Since we are adding grinded paste in this rasam, it is called arachivita rasam. Logic, right? I don't know how older people are doing all those logics and all. They name each and every dish. So now I am going to add salt. Again, salt according to your taste. But I suggest, if you add a little 2 to 3 stones or rocks of salt extra, it may taste very salty while you taste the dish in the spoon, but it will be perfect when you mix it with rice. I always do that. 2 to 3 rocks of salt will be added more in my dish only for rasam. Whenever I prepare rasam, I used to add little bit of salt in this. While tasting it with a spoon, it will be salty for you. Never mind. If you taste the rasam plain, it should be salty. Only then, if you add it with the rice, it goes well. Because in rice, I don't add salt. In some Indian families, they add salt in rice, so they add very less in the dishes. But we don't. In my house and in my family, they don't add salt in rice. So the salt what we are adding in the dishes is the final. So let's wait. Can you see the white color froth here? Let it form little bit more, and then we will switch off the flame. I have reduced the heat to medium low from medium high. See, it looks like a soup. You can, if you are not a rice eater, in some countries they don't eat rice, right? In that time, you can drink this as a soup. You can have it as a soup. Once, if you, in which occasions you can use this, you can prepare instantly. And moreover, if you get drenched in water, in rain accidentally, and you don't have umbrella and you got drenched in the rain completely, and you feel cold, and whenever your nose is running, and whenever your stomach is upset, at that time you can prepare this. When you have fever, for the most, at that time this will taste good for your tongue. So you can have it like, just like a mushroom soup or tomato soup or vegetable soup, yeah, chicken soup, whatever soup you are eating. The same way you can use this also. You can have this also as a soup if you are not a rice eater. Rice is the main crop in South India, so we use lots of rice. See, it has formed, it is completely covered with that froth. So now you can switch off the flame. Done, your rasam is done, and your lentil chutney, that is also, see, it has dried so hard. See, it's very hard, right? Never mind if it is hard, just transfer this in a bowl after the mixie jar and close it. For this, it will be good with the hot steamed rice, and with a spoon of clarified butter in that. Wow, that is the heaven. In South Indian families, we used to have this at least once in a week. So we used to prepare this, and in especially after festivals, because during festivals we used to have lots of food like a feast. So the next day we won't be able to eat that much of food again. So at that time, for the help of digestion process, we used to do this simple item the very next day of the festival, and we have it, so it will be balanced. Okay, so please try. I forgot to add chopped coriander leaves in this. Just a moment. Some will not add the coriander stems, but I suggest do add coriander stems. It gives lot of flavor in that. So your dish is ready. Please try this at your home, and post your response in the comment section below. I'll be replying to each and every reply as much as I can. So enjoy your day. Bye. Love you.